Workout number 68. So it's a simple enough one today. It's lower body and core pretty much. So you see we have the Romanian deadlift. We're going to go for 4 sets, 12 to 15 repetitions. So again, strong hip hinge with this one. So as I'm lowering myself down, I'm shifting my weight slightly back towards my heels. So I'm keeping my big toe on the floor. I'm not coming up off my toes, although I can see it happening slightly just due to the footwear I have on me here. But I want to lengthen my spine on the way down. I want to try and keep active through my shoulder blades. Then I'm letting my shoulders sag here. So I'm looking for here, it's 12 to 15 repetitions. Strong glutes to the top that we're not overextending or falling backwards at the top. Strong position at the top. When it's done, then we're going to do the RKC Plank. So again, we're working on bracing, strong pattern through the midline too in terms of, I'm sorry, we're not doing the RKC Plank. I'm getting ahead of myself. Long lever bridge. So the long lever bridge, what I'm doing here is I want to just hold this for 30 seconds. Now, if this was a glute bridge, I'd have the soles of my feet on the floor and my knees bent more, maybe my hips higher. But I want to try and get the hamstrings here, not the glutes, so the back of the thighs primarily. So I'm digging my heels into the ground. Again, long lever bridge. The name denotes that long levers, longer legs here. I want to keep my lower back flat, tummy engaged. I'm tucking my chin to my chest. Sometimes I let my head fall back, I'll arch my back. So again, really trying to make the hamstrings cramp there. An alternative, if you have a band and a kettlebell, you could make it a little bit more challenging to add more resistance at the top of the lift by using a band here to create more resistance for the glutes as we extend the hips. So just do a couple of repetitions here just to give you an idea of how you can add resistance if you only have access to one weight, you have access to a band. Alternatively, if you have a couple of weights, a couple of kettlebells, really it's hard to make this work with dumbbells, we could use a towel, and we can use a couple of kettlebells at the same time here. So same deal, just add a bit more resistance to the Romanian deadlift. So block B, we're gonna have a look at the goblet squat. So the goblet squat, I'm going for 15 repetitions pretty much here. So again, good range of movement. I want the elbows to probably end up to the side of my knees here, my thighs, to get me into that bottom position. Strong core throughout. So my 15 repetitions are done with this one. This is the one I'm gonna pair off with the RKC Plank. So Russian kettlebell certification, I believe, plank, the old school kettlebell cert. I'm getting distracted by seeing the neighbors doing some weird shit outside. So yeah, so basically that squat is done. Bracing position again, strong midline. Again, there's an element of carryover. We should bring this tension into our compound lifts, our big lifts as well too. So 30 seconds in this position, I would have my nose over my thumbs. Again, protracting my shoulder blades slightly, squeezing my glutes, legs together. I'm trying to drag the elbows towards my feet, but obviously the weight, my body weight's through my arms, so my elbows should not move. So 30 seconds here. Then for C, we're looking at our split squat. So we're gonna go for 10 on each leg here. The legs should be fairly tired by now. I was thinking possibly switch lunges or jumping lunges, but again, probably more suitable if we do something like that, more dynamic at the start of the workout. So split squat here, 10 repetitions each leg. Again, strong through the core. Be aware of the hips are dropping to one side as we do this. You might find a difference between left and right side here. We're trying to keep ourselves as steady and as balanced as possible. So a slight kind of forward movement on that front knee. Again, depending on the individual, you might want to keep an eye on this if they do have sore knees. Or if you yourself have sore knees, you want to keep the weight through the heel on the front leg and maybe a bit more vertical shin in the bottom position. But when this one is done, we're going to do the running man plank. If we're struggling with the running man plank, just do the side plank instead. But for the running man plank, we're going to do 20 seconds each side. So I just want to start on my knees here, get my elbows into position, my forearms into position. I'm going to lift the knees. I'm going to bring one foot up, so one leg off the floor. I'm going to try and push the heel up to activate the glute. I'm trying to curl the leg a bit to activate the hamstring. Opposite arm, down at the hand by my pocket. I'm going to hold this position for 20 seconds, trying to get the shoulders, hips level. I'm going to switch sides. We're going to do 20 seconds on the other side. So again, that's A, B, and C. 2 movements per block, and we're going to do 4 rounds in each block here. So again, take me a second to get steady. I'm going to try and activate the hamstring and the glute in the top leg, keep the core active. 20 seconds each side for the running man plank.